welcome back to our channel where we dive deep into the daily drama of our favorite soap town. Today is a fantastic day to unpack some massive shifts happening right before our eyes. So let us jump straight into the latest developments shaking up the corporate world. I have been watching this wonderful television show for more decades than I sometimes care to admit, and there is nothing quite like the thrill of seeing a legacy character return to the canvas with a fresh face and a fiery new purpose. Seeing Kelly step into the role of Serena has been an absolute breath of fresh air for those of us who remember the little girl caught in early drama. For a longtime viewer like me, Serena has always represented a bridge to the rich history of Port Charles, carrying the complicated DNA of her family. Kelly brings a sophisticated edge to Serena that I find incredibly compelling, transforming her from a nostalgic memory into a formidable modern player. It is fascinating to watch how the writers are repositioning her as a central architect in the high-stakes corporate warfare. When a legacy child returns fully grown and ready to conquer, it sends a ripple of pure excitement through the audience, and I am absolutely here for every single moment of this sophisticated evolution. Now, let us talk about deception and the absolute powerhouse that is Lucy. I have followed Lucy through her days of organizing the nurses' ball and building her cosmetics empire from the ground up. To see her current struggles with maintaining control over deception breaks my heart, but it also sets the stage for a spectacular comeback story. Lucy has always been a survivor, a woman who can fall into a mud puddle and come out wearing a designer gown. However, the current corporate landscape in Port Charles is more ruthless than ever, and Lucy desperately needs someone in her corner who understands the business. This is exactly where Serena fits into the puzzle perfectly. Serena stepping up to consolidate power for Lucy is a stroke of narrative genius because it relies on deep, established loyalty. I believe that Serena feels a profound sense of duty to protect the legacy that Lucy has bled for, making their partnership not just about money, but about family and survival. The way Serena is going about consolidating this power is truly a masterclass in soap opera maneuvering. Instead of coming in with loud declarations and obvious threats, she is working the boardrooms and the back channels with a quiet, lethal grace that I find utterly captivating. I watch her analyzing the weaknesses of those who currently hold the reins at deception, calculating exactly which strings to pull to unravel their control. It is a slow burn, the kind of storytelling that we older fans deeply appreciate because it relies on psychological tension. Serena is methodically gathering shares, securing proxy votes, and whispering the right suggestions to ensure that when Lucy makes her final move, the ground is already paved. Watching Serena systematically dismantle the opposition gives me a massive thrill, reminding me of the great corporate takeovers on this show back in the 1980s and 90s. But here is where the storyline takes a turn that genuinely shocked me, and I am someone who thought I had seen it all. The revelation that there is a complex plot to frame Willow for some sort of corporate sabotage is incredibly juicy, albeit a bit heartbreaking. Why Willow? That is the question I keep asking myself as I watch these episodes unfold. Willow has generally been portrayed as a moral compass, a sweet young woman who tries to do the right thing. To see her targeted in this massive deception power struggle suggests that she has either inadvertently stumbled onto a secret she should not know, or she is being used as a convenient scapegoat. Framing an innocent party is a classic trope, but applying it to someone as sympathetic as Willow raises the emotional stakes exponentially for all of us viewers. It makes the audience deeply invested, desperately hoping Willow clears her name while marveling at the villains. What makes this framing plot even more delicious is the undeniable evidence pointing towards Serena being directly involved in orchestrating it. This is a significant departure from the innocent Serena we might have expected, and it shows a darker, more pragmatic edge to her character that I find wildly entertaining. Is Serena willing to destroy an innocent woman like Willow just to secure Lucy her rightful place at the head of deception? It certainly appears that way, and this moral ambiguity is exactly what makes for legendary characters. I have always maintained that the best characters are the ones who do the wrong things for the right reasons. Serena believes she is saving her legacy, and if Willow has to be collateral damage in that war, then so be it. This ruthless streak is simply fascinating, proving that Serena has learned from the toughest players in town. However, the path to corporate domination is never smooth, and Serena is currently facing a massive shock that threatens to derail her entire meticulously crafted plan. The show has been dropping heavy hints about dark secrets from Serena's recent past, secrets that she has kept hidden since returning to town. What could these secrets possibly be? Perhaps she made a deal with a dangerous financier to get the capital needed to fight for deception, or perhaps her time away involved scandals that could ruin her credibility. Whatever the truth is, the impending revelation of these secrets is building a tremendous amount of suspense. I can see the subtle panic in Serena whenever certain topics are breached, a testament to Kelly and her brilliant acting choices. A character holding a ticking time bomb is pure gold, and I am on the edge of my seat waiting for the explosion that will surely rock the foundation of her plans. Because of these looming secrets, Serena is going to be forced into making some agonizing choices in the very near future. Will she confess her vulnerabilities to Lucy and risk losing the trust of the woman she is trying to save? Or will she double down on her deception, potentially crossing lines from which she can never return? I have watched characters go down the path of lies to cover up lies, and it almost always ends in spectacular tragedy. Yet, I find myself rooting for Serena to find a way out of this impossible corner. The choices she makes in the coming weeks will define her character for years to come. If she chooses the dark path, she cements herself as a formidable antagonist. If she chooses redemption, she might lose deception, but save her soul. This internal conflict is beautifully portrayed, giving the storyline a rich emotional depth that goes far beyond simple corporate theft. Just when I thought the corporate espionage was enough to carry the storyline, the writers threw in a brilliant twist that I absolutely adore. Serena stepping into the spotlight as the new official model and face of deception. This is a stroke of pure genius. Historically, the face of deception has always been a highly coveted role, launching careers and causing immense backstage jealousy. By putting Serena in this position, the writers are instantly elevating her public profile in Port Charles. She is no longer just a behind-the-scenes manipulator. She is front and center on billboards and magazine covers. This dual role of corporate raider and glamorous spokesmodel is incredibly unique. Serena taking on this modeling gig is a calculated, strategic move to make herself indispensable to the entire brand, intertwining her personal image with the financial success of the company in a way that makes her impossible to fire. Seeing Serena transform into this glamorous figurehead proves just how high her role in the overarching narrative has climbed. She is touching every single aspect of the deception storyline, from the financial spreadsheets to the glamorous photo shoots. I have noticed that when a character is given this much screen time and this many layers of involvement, they are being positioned as a central pillar of the show for the foreseeable future. The transition from a legacy name to an active driving force is complete. I love watching the reactions of the other characters when Serena walks into a room now. There is a newfound respect, tinged with a healthy dose of fear and envy. She is commanding attention not because of who her parents are, but because of the undeniable power she is wielding in the present moment. This modeling storyline also provides endless opportunities for spectacular wardrobe choices and glamorous events. All of these intricate maneuvers, the framing, the secrets, the modeling, are leading up to one massive, epic confrontation. Lucy and Serena officially going to war to win back total control of deception. I can already feel the electricity in the air as this battle lines up. Lucy has the historical claim and the passionate vision, while Serena brings the modern ruthlessness and the fresh public face. Together, they are an absolute powerhouse duo that the current leadership of deception simply will not see coming until it is too late. I anticipate a spectacular boardroom showdown, complete with dramatic reveals of hidden shares and shocking proxy votes. It is going to be a battle of wits, money, and sheer willpower. I have seen Lucy lose her company before, and the fight to get it back is always compelling. With Serena by her side, the dynamic is refreshed, shifting from a solitary struggle to a generational crusade. The fallout from this impending takeover is already creating a brand new obsession throughout the town of Port Charles. Everyone is talking about deception, wondering who will ultimately end up on top. The gossip at the local hospital, the whispers at the restaurants, the tense glances at the hotel, the entire town is being drawn into the gravity of this corporate war. I find it fascinating how a business storyline can ripple out and affect characters who have nothing to do with cosmetics. It creates a unified town atmosphere, a shared narrative thread that binds the different families and factions together. People are taking sides, placing bets, and waiting for the other shoe to drop. Will the current owners fight dirty to keep Lucy and Serena out? Undoubtedly. And that is what makes this obsession captivating. The town is polarized, and as a viewer, I am absolutely delighted by the widespread chaos this generates. When I reflect on this current saga with Serena and Lucy, I cannot help but draw comparisons to the legendary storylines I watched 30 years ago. Back then, corporate takeovers were fought with the same level of personal venom and strategic brilliance. We had families tearing each other apart for control of shipping lines and family estates. This deception storyline captures that exact same magic, but updates it for a modern audience. Using cosmetics and branding as the battlefield allows for a perfect blend of cutthroat business and high glamour. It honors the history of the show while pushing the narrative forward. I deeply appreciate that the writers are trusting the audience with a complex, multi-layered plot that requires attention and investment. We are being treated to a grand, sweeping saga of ambition, betrayal, and family loyalty. It is a testament to the enduring power of the daytime drama format when executed perfectly.